Hello, welcome back to Breakdowns and Bows with your host ASOS. I'm obviously your host ASOS. Every time I say that, it's hilarious. This space is all about the punk rock scene, alternative scene, metal scene, rock scene, whatever you like to listen to. If you like to listen to bands like, well, right now I'm like obviously wearing my Bad Omens shirt, Spirit Box, Poppy, etc., etc. Y'all get it. Even like the dad rock, or it was funny because Breaking Benjamin commented, well, reposted, sorry, I should correct myself. They reposted a post that was like, Dad Rock is alive, and then they went, divorce dad, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I gotta say that. But welcome back. I said I was gonna do an album review and a review on the Dayseeker album and the Bad Omens song. Poppy also released the song. However, I got deathly ill. I am really sad that I'm a little bit late on getting the news out and my opinions out, even though nobody cares about my opinions, but that's just me personally. But a lot happened. So Bad Omens released their new song. And I I see it on TikTok that like people are asking if there's like beef between Bad Omens and Dayseeker, because I don't know, man. Like maybe we're reading too much into it, and maybe it's like a coincidence because like even Poppy. Sorry, I'm gonna move the camera because even Poppy released music, last week. So it's kind of just like it's not something that like I feel like you can prepare for, or that you can, I guess, mitigate in a way, I guess you would say. Like I guess like it shouldn't be like a coincidence. However, Bad Omens released a new song the week that Dayseeker's album was coming out, and I'm not trying to be mean because I was really looking forward to this album release. I am very much a big Dayseeker fan, but it kind of felt like Bad Omens just came and stole the thunder. Like, I didn't even really care about Poppy's release, and I love Poppy, but it was like Bad Omens released a sick song. Like, Dying to Love, I have not stopped listening to it. I listen to it 3 times a day. I listen to it 4 times a day. Like, my level of addiction to this song is so real. Like, my favorite lyric is driving home with nowhere to go. I do like the part before the breakdown. I love the soft moment and how just quiet it gets, and then bam, he like hits you with the screaming. And I get it, like Bad Omens hasn't been doing big screams and a lot of screamings. Like I feel like a lot of people are wanting, like artificial suicide level and like dethroned level, but I still feel like Spectre and Dying to Love gives you screaming, but it gives you who Bad Omens is in this current moment, where Noah's vocals are currently and where their sound is going, because they're going to always evolve. Like, you cannot ask a band to stay in one era. If Bad Omens never did that, they would not be as big as they are. Like, they're doing an arena tour, which we'll get to. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, so Dying to Love came out. It was freaking phenomenal. It was dark, it was moody, it was giving Deftones, like the little guitar riff in it, like that is like itched in my brain. It was so freaking good. And I'm gonna be very honest, and I'm very ashamed to vocalize this. It really underwhelmed Dayseeker. And okay, I'm going back to the beef that people think there is. Because Bad Omens released their song, Dayseeker was releasing their album, and when the album dropped, when the song dropped, it was like it I I didn't really get into the album. I tried. My boyfriend skipped every song. He was like, those 4 songs that they released, Bloodlust, Shapeshift, Creature in the Black Night, and Pale Moonlight, those 4 songs and then you don't get that in the rest of the album, which I do agree. Like, I get it, like Nocturnal Remedy does have a breakdown in it, and I do like it, and I do get sad that my boyfriend just was like skip, 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 skip every song, because every song is kind of the same. I hate to say that out loud. And my voice is getting really squeaky. But yeah, it was very underwhelming. To go from Bad Omens smacking me in the face and giving me that level of a freaking song, and then Dayseeker has no more heavy hitters. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, okay? Again, the songs are good and I like them, but they were very underwhelming. Like, Pale Moonlight compared to Crawl Back to My Coffin, that was like super soft and very a soft rock moment. Not a breakdown in sight, not a heaviness, not a catchy little like ear scratching thing. That compared to Dying to Love, no comparison. So yeah, so Bad Omens stole their thunder with the song. Released a song. I'm glad people are liking Dayseeker's album, but for me personally, it was like I I didn't really care, and I didn't really care for Poppy Song because Bad Omens released. And then, okay, I'm getting to the point. I'm telling you, I'm finding it. Okay, stay with me. And then Bad Omens announced their tour, the sickest arena tour ever. Like, can you freaking believe that Bad Omens in 2026 is gonna be doing an arena tour? If you would have told me, because I saw Bad Omens opening for Under Oath. It was not even they were co-headlining. No. It was one band that I don't remember who the hell they were. Bad Omens, Spirit Box, Under Oath. That was the lineup. Spirit Box was the co-headliner in that tour. And it was Straight from the Path. I don't even think Bad Omens was on that lineup at first, because from what I remembered back in, like, I think it was 2022, the original lineup had a different band opening up for Under Oath, and Bad Omens got on that last minute, and they were barely releasing Death of a Peace of Mind, and they were opening for Under Oath, and nobody was singing their songs. Nobody was paying attention to them, and it was a small venue. Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp. It was a small venue in Denver, Colorado. And now you mean to tell me that they're doing an arena tour? An arena tour. Okay? Stole Dayseeker's thunder. Because Dayseeker is going to be, well, Dayseeker and also, well, not Dayseeker, sorry, Bad Omens and Bring Me are stealing Dayseeker's thunder, and I don't know why Dayseeker is waiting so long to announce this tour. They're like pulling our leg and teasing us. They keep mentioning a headlining tour, and I'm like, baby girl, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, Dayseeker, for this headlining tour to be announced? Because at this point, everybody's broke, because Bring Me the Horizon announced their second part to their Ascension tour. So a lot of people who didn't get to go to part 1 because maybe it wasn't in their area, whatever, they're buying tickets to that, right? And that's $130 out the window already right there, right? Bad Omens stole their thunder, announced an arena tour with Beartooth and with President, which, by the way, I'll get into that in a second. Stole their thunder, and people just dropped another $130. Like, everybody has already said that they're maxed out on payment. And then there's all these festival dates coming up as well that people are going to be paying for. What are you waiting for, Dayseeker? Why are you just not letting us know about your headlining tour? Like, if you want people to go, you need to hurry up before the holidays start, before another festival gets announced, because Sonic Temple, which I'll get into as well, Sonic Temple's lineup is sick, and it has Dayseeker in it, but it's sick. It's like stacked. Like, I was looking at Sonic Temple and I was like, wow, that looks like a good time. Again, I'll get into that later. So yeah, I don't know what Dayseeker is waiting for announcing their headlining tour. Bad Omens stole their thunder again. So then, to get to my point, finally, she's getting there. I promise you. A lot of people thought that there was some kind of beef or something because it's like Bad Omens came in with a 1-2 punch, and at this point, Bad Omens is winning. I'm so sorry, Dayseeker. Bad Omens is winning. Like, they already got our money for their headlining arena tour, and they already got us in a chokehold with Dying to Love. Again, I'm glad that I'm seeing positive reactions towards the album and some songs for Dayseeker. But if I'll be very honest, the algorithm on like TikTok and the consensus is that Bad Omens is winning. Bad Omens is winning. Had Bad Omens dropped their album last week and they gave us the 3 punch, they would have really KO'd Dayseeker. And I'm not trying to create beef. It just feels a little off. You know what I mean? Like, Bad Omens did not need to do that. Like, I don't even know where Bad Omens arena tour came from. It was so out of the blue because they don't even have an album announced. And that's why I'm like, what is going on? And I think that's why, like, I get it, like, there's not beef and there's probably, like, nothing going on. It's all probably just, like, a coincidence or I don't know what Bad Omens is doing, okay? But it does feel like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like, you don't tell us about an album. You give us 3 singles. Everybody's waiting for an album announcement. But instead of giving us an album announcement and letting Dayseeker have their moment and their headlining tour because they just released an album, you give us an arena tour again with the sickest lineup ever. Like, I already bought my tickets. Um, and if you guys see me in San Antonio, hey, I'm not mean. I'm very nice. I'll see y'all in the pit. I better see some Walls of Death. I will not participate, but I will be watching from a distance with my boyfriend. So come say hi to me. I will tell you about my outfit. Anyways, I can't believe it was with President. Like, that is sick for President. Like, where President has gone since they released their first song in May to now is like wild. Like, can you imagine you release your first song ever as a band and you get to go on a freaking arena tour with Bad Omens? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I didn't even talk about Poppy. So, besides that, let's move on. Very underwhelmed by the Dayseeker album. Bought tickets for Bad Omens tour. Moving on. So, Poppy released her song, and I just noticed right now when I was listening to it, it was giving me Imposed. Tell me I'm crazy, because I'm waiting for my boyfriend to text me because I asked him the same question. But tell me if I'm crazy because yeah, like I was listening to it right now, and for some odd reason I kept wanting Impose to play from Bad Omens. Like, I kept listening to the intro and the start of the song, and like obviously like the rest of the song doesn't remind me of it. It's just kind of like this beginning part of it. Like, I kept wanting to sing Bad Omens, but I was like, this is Poppy, and it was hurting my brain. The song's not bad. I just I kind of, sometimes I don't mind a surprise breakdown, but there are times where I'm like, I kind of want a little more. I thought we were just getting like a full soft song by Poppy, so it was a nice surprise. But I don't know. Like, I kind of want a little more screaming. But that's me personally. It wasn't bad. It was great. I love Poppy. I think Poppy is like the queen. I love her a lot. She's my inspo for everything. But yeah, it was underwhelming. But again, that's me. It was still really good. I still like it. I still support the girlies. But anyways, now let's move on to Sonic Temple. Sonic Temple's lineup, holy guacamole! And I actually like the way that they did it because if you notice the way that they did it, was very strategic. They put bands together that like obviously would go on tour together. You know what I mean? Like, they're all in like this same little like category. Because I think, yeah, because Pierce Avell has toured with LS Dune. So it was really cool to like see that there because I was like, oh, well, they've toured together. Like, that makes sense. But everything is like literally like super meticulous. So, yeah. So, like, the Thursday lineup has like My Chemical Romance, Pierce the Veil, All Time Low, Coheed and Cambry, Ellis Dunes, Hawthorne Heights, and the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I'm like, oh my God, like, that's literally all grouped in a perfect way. Breaking Benjamin against Rise Against, The Used, Flyleaf with Lacey Sturm. All of those bands go together, and then you literally have Whitechapel, Attila, December Tyrant all together, and then Dayseeker does have a moment, and they're with Catch Your Breath, Holding Absence, Windwalkers, Nerve, and Wind Wakers, which also is like a perfect. It's just also a perfect category. And then you have Architects with Amityville Affliction, The Ghost Inside, Make Them Suffer. Like, this is such a freaking stacked lineup. You literally have Bring Me with The Plot and You Emotionless, and they're literally going on tour. And Marie Athi. I don't know how to say her name, but I love her. They literally are going on tour with all of them. They literally put Bring Me's tour all together. Literally, their entire tour bill is all together. So yeah, this is like a really stacked lineup. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Really nice to see. How sick that festival is. I hope that you guys are gonna go to that. I really want to go to that, but I know me and my boyfriend are trying to pick and choose what we're gonna do and everything like that. The next thing that I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about. So the last thing I want to talk about is that it was announced that Sleep Token made 1.4 million on their arena tour. I think it was like per show. That's freaking bonkers. Like, where Sleep Token is, no wonder they're not doing as many festivals. Because I was kind of disappointed. I was looking at a lot of festivals, and a lot of festivals are not announcing Sleep Token. So I'm like, are they just too big and too good for festivals? Because not even Sonic Temple announced Sleep Token. So I'm like, is this not a good sign that none of the festivals are going to have Sleep Token on them this year? You know, that's really disappointing. In my personal opinion, I'm happy that they're making a lot of money. I'm happy for them with the trajectory that they're going, but I'm also very disappointed for ourselves to not really have them on the lineups for festivals. But we'll see. You let me know if you guys think that I'm reaching on this beef, but it was a little bit too much last week. That's all I gotta say. You were getting KO'd. Bad Omens won because that tour came out of nowhere. That's all I gotta say. Going to San Antonio. I'll see you there in the pit. I got my tickets, even though I don't have any money because we're in a government shutdown. But we won't even talk about that. We don't get into politics here. I don't know if you guys actually liked Dayseeker's album. I think I needed to give it a moment. It's not bad. It's just not what I was expecting. Kind of expecting them to keep that dark, macabre theme going that they were going for, and that heavy theme that they were going for. I was expecting some soft songs, but not every song, but four. Let me know if you got tickets to Bad Omens. Let me know what you thought about Poppy Song. Let me know if you're going to Sonic Temple. Let me know if you're waiting for When We Were Young to announce what they're doing in 2026. I don't know about Sick New World. That's like beyond me and past me at this point. And this was Breakdowns and Bows. I hope I can make another video on what else is going on. It's sick again. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, if nobody's watching, then that's fine. I like talking to myself anyways. Bye. This was Breakdowns and Bows. Have a good one.